The elections are over. The nation is awaiting the results. But there is some unfinished business, some dating back to the 2011 elections. Today, the Private Sector Commission, which had joined with the diplomatic community and the Electoral Assistance Bureau to observe the elections, hosted a press conference to review the mission. Chargé d'Affaires of the United States Embassy Brian Hunt said that the recommendations by previous observer missions are still to be implemented.
I expect many of those recommendations will be similar as to what we have seen in previous electoral reports from the international election observers.
Every observer mission had been making the same recommendations, all of which are critical to fair elections.
We will probably focus on the need for equal access to the media for all parties, as we have in the past. My guess is that we will likely also include in that recommendations related to campaign finance legislation, probably also recommendations related to specific legislation and definition of the use of state resources, whether at the national, regional, or municipal level during a campaign process.
These were recommendations that had been made over the years. Canada's High Commission to Guyana, Dr. Nicole Giles, offered one reason why those recommendations might not have been implemented.
In a post-electoral period, there's a series of excellent recommendations that come out of the reports of the international observers, and I would commend in particular for the 2011 election the reports out of the OAS as well as the Commonwealth Secretariat. But then the government gets into the business of governing and forgets about the election that is just taking place, and 4 or 5 years seems like a very long time away.
High Commissioner Giles said that the new government coming into office should immediately institute parliamentary measures.
The new parliament immediately looks at the recommendations from the 2011 elections as well as from this election period and moves quite quickly to implement some of the legislative changes that would even further strengthen the electoral process in Guyana.
Adam Harris, Prime News.